In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. Imagine that, a future that's super black. Long as your skin brown, your superpowers intact. What would your powers be? Just hope it ain't super whack. Spatial manipulation, create a portal that's black. Maybe just super speed, time travel to run it back. Or cheat manipulation to keep my spirit intact. As I encounter evils the world face, demons the world makes, I needed the world at stake. Rest in peace to Chadwick, they killed all the Black Panthers. Told us white lies, I still marvel at black answers. Suits in DC, pray it lead to a civil war. It ain't no Justice League, what's the need to be civil for? Propelled like the juggernaut, it's clear ain't no stopping this. The world in grave danger, who can stop the apocalypse? They killed all the heroes, the new ones don't really care. But if you need me, put your fist up in the air. Yeah, in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black.
Hey everybody, welcome to Blur's Eye View. This is Fury's Reaction Reviews and another episode. So thanks to everybody for tuning in, who's listening, who's watching, and who's going to be tuning in for this one. It's going to be a short one because it's just going to be me, and we're talking about Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. We touched on it earlier this week, so there's a lot to be said about this movie. Let's bring a couple little spots here. Uh, this is one of the things that we seen that was in the poster for the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Several glass shards that are being shown here, and one of the shards has Captain Carter's reflection in it, this and there are several rumors as well that we also might be having Deadpool. And Ryan Reynolds has denied it, but Ryan Reynolds is known to be a bit of a troll when it comes to MCU stuff or Deadpool stuff or just being Ryan Reynolds in general. So it's funny to see that he's already in denying. He's already denying. He was like, "I am not in Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness." And to that, I say to you, sir, I highly doubt that. Let's see if we can get some of this going here. We have uh quite possibly. Let's see if we can do it without getting in trouble. um, the Strange trailer, and we're going to go through it. We're going to just show pieces of it right here. So already you see him, he's waking up and he's having these nightmares, and this is very similar to what Tony was having when he was having nightmares about Thanos coming in. But already we see like a desecrated tomb or desecrated sanctum sanctorium. This looks like the bands of Sidorak, or at least the creature of Sidorak. There's a lot that's going on in this trailer. The broken watch that he's always wearing, several spells, and let's get something solidified here. Strange has a really bad habit of dabbling in things he has absolutely no business dabbling in, and he shouldn't be touching a lot of stuff. Wong is always telling him he can't touch something, he shouldn't be touching anything, but he does it anyway. So, despite being the voice of reason, this looks very similar to what we've seen in What If, where reality was breaking down and he had no control over that. So here we are. We have Christine at a wedding. Looks like possibly, quite possibly, her own wedding. We're not sure yet. There you have America Chavez right down the center there. You can barely see her, but she has the blue jean jacket on with the star on the back. And then we have Wanda. So as we last seen Wanda in WandaVision, she was at a cabin and her other self was dabbling in the dark hold, which was the book of dark magic and dark entities and this dark everything. So here is Strange. He's finally meeting up with her, and we've seen that part of the trailer in Spider-Man Away from Home. Right here we have another reality where there are several creatures. Now, this can very well be Taulo, where Iron Fist lives. This could very well be the universe where Shang-Chi was at, the other realm where Shang-Chi was at. So it's going to be fun to see what they're bringing to the table for this movie. There's a lot of detailed information that is just floating about. Uh, Baron Mordo obviously returning. Now, this is the one that got a lot of people talking. This scene here has a lot of people talking. So obviously we have the Iron Legion right here. These are the Ultron bots that were created by Tony Stark. But if you take a good look at them, they look more like Ultron and less like the Iron Legion that we first seen in Avengers Age of Ultron. But they're bringing him in. And here we have, let's take it back just a little bit if we can. Here we have already three figures in the distance sitting on what looks to be like a council. And It's very shadowy, very unseen. We're not sure who it is just yet. But it was the mystery voice, which turns out to not be really a mystery voice, but it's the voice of Patrick Stewart, Sir Patrick Stewart. I'm gonna put respect on his name. Sir Patrick Stewart is playing Professor Xavier, so it's obviously we're possibly looking at the Illuminati. This is going to be something different. I don't. Here we have the Savage Land. They're falling through different dimensions. The Savage Land is not a dimension, but it is a place in the 616 universe where it's very prehistoric. Kazar lives there. There's uh, white vibranium that's in the world, or in that world, I should say, or in that land. Sauron lives there. For a brief second, we get, let's see, let's see. For a brief second, it looks like we have a possible animated world. And this does look very animated. And this gives me a lot of pause and a lot of reason to believe that we're going to get something major out of this. But if you see it right here, there's a cartoon cone that you normally see like at construction sites. If you look at Strange's outfit, there's the shading of the blue is different. This is a cartoon world that we're looking at. Flashes of everything. This is something unprecedented. Here we have, so they're calling it Sinister Strange. I'm not sure this is the same Strange we seen in What if they're calling it if they're calling him Sinister Strange, because in What If he's more of Strange Supreme. So this might just be a totally different uh, Doctor Strange we're looking at. Now this one has caused a lot of, I don't want to say controversy, but a lot of talk, and this could very well to be two things. Let's see if we can get it. Okay, because it's a fast scene. So right here, we have what looks like to be quite possibly Superior Iron Man, quite possibly Monica Rambeau, quite possibly Maria Rambeau. All we know is this is somebody that is obviously, see right here, it just gives you pause to think it's Monica. It could be. And then you have them facing off with Wanda, of course. Let's see if it'll let us. Might be too quick of a frame. Yeah, it seems it's a little blurry here, but it's a quick frame. So I'll let this play out. So yeah, we have Wanda going on. We have America Chavez. We have different worlds. Shameen Gorath. Look at that. That's something big. And obviously, Wanda facing off with herself with in her home in Westview. This is amazing. This is going to be interesting to see what they're going to be doing with this movie and how they're going to be doing it. I don't know how they're going to pull this off. Let's get this out of there. I don't know how they're going to be pulling this off, but this is going to be something fun. This is going to be something fun. In other news, Stranger Things dropped. Well, at least Stranger Things, the poster has dropped. News about Stranger Things season 4. They're coming out season 4, May 27th of this year. Now, here's the thing about this new season. They're splitting it up in 2 parts. No word on how many episodes there are right now, but they're splitting up in 2 parts. The first half is in May 27th. The other half is in June or July, I should say. Yeah, it was probably June. Knowing Netflix, because they don't have a pattern of doing detailed episodes on a weekly basis, but they do drop their episodes all at once. So they'll probably drop the first, if they're splitting it, it's probably going to be 5 episodes. It's probably going to be a 10 episode season. So they'll probably drop five the first part and then the other half in June. Similar to what they did with He-Man Revelations. So yeah, it's weird, but they also said that season 5 would be the last of Stranger Things. And honestly, I kind of hope that it is, because the the kid actors, they're really getting ready to come out of being they're teenagers now, and they're pretty close to being adults. And so much time has passed since the last season, because a lot of these kids have gotten older. We've dealt with COVID, so everything was shut down for almost 2.5 years, and it's kind of beating a dead horse. You don't want to, in my opinion, do a Walking Dead where it's just too much to take in. But I digress. Also, we have the new Lord of the Rings. Let's see if that comes out. There we go. We have some of the cast from the new Lord of the Rings show that's going to be coming out on Prime. We have people of color finally being involved in this whole thing, and I'm impressed with that. I like that. This is just some of the cast. Uh, here we go. We have we finally have black elves. I know it shouldn't be a thing, but it's a thing, because representation matters. Um, but yes, so it's like I said, we're having a short episode, nothing major today. Um, Also, we have our giveaway for Life After Death by Sister Soldier. Now, this is a really good book. I suggest it. This is a sequel to her last book. This is the number one best-selling or selling explosive, erotic, and soul-stirring sequel to The Coldest Winter, which is now in paperback. Jada Pinkett Smith calls Life After Death spiritually rewarding and powerful. Life After Death by Sister Soldier is now available in paperback wherever you can sell, wherever books are sold. Uh, but you can win a code tonight by playing in our new segment I call Game Night Geek Out. Thank you for those codes from our partners at Simon and Schuster for giving those digital codes out. So I want to thank everybody for that. Thank them for that, I should say. But I want to get our game night going. This is going to be 5 little questions. If you know the answers, go ahead and type in the answers. So our first question for Game Night Geek Out is: which film has Jack Burton, H. Shan, and Lo Pan as its central characters? Go ahead, you can type that in, or you can drop it into our IG page on Bird's Eye View, all one word. You already know what that is. If you follow us there, you already know. Uh, 5 codes to give away. We got 5 questions. We got a question per each person. Uh, so which film has Jack Burton, H. Shan, and Lo Pan as its central characters? All right. Hold on. If you know that, go ahead. Our second question: which ship made the Kessel Run in less than 12 parsecs? I know people out there know the answer to this without even finishing the question. Which ship made the Kessel Run in less than 12 parsecs? And I will put the answers up later tonight or tomorrow. Let everybody sweat it out. Third question: which vehicle did Optimus Prime transform into? Which vehicle did Optimus Prime transform into? If you don't know this, it's going to be a problem. Fourth question: which film introduced Kaiser Soze? Which film introduced Kaiser Soze? Hold on. Okay. And this is another one. What is Captain America's real name? This is a multiple choice question, of course. A. Steve Austin. B. Steve Urkel. C. Stephen A. Smith. Or four. D. Steve Rogers. What is Captain America's real name? A. Steve Austin. B. Steve Urkel. C. Stephen A. Smith. Or D. Steve Rogers. Let's take that off. And so you can answer those questions through our IG page. Drop it in the DMs. I'll put a post up. You can answer it there as well. And with the questions, of course, the questions will be posted up there as well. Wait a minute. We got a comment here. Hold on. Lynn, you are correct. It is D. It is D, Lynn. So, Lynn, I will send you a code for Sister Soldier's book shortly after this broadcast. And thank you for playing that part of it. How you doing, Lynn? So Lynn has one code. So now we have 4 codes left. So I'm gonna get that for Lynn. Get that together for you. I'll send that to you before the show is, or by the time the show is over, I should say. So I'll send that. I'll shoot that over to you. I'll just send it to you in Messenger. You'll have it. I'll send you the info in Messenger. But that is really all we have for tonight. You know, it's just a light news day because it's Thursday and it's starting to get freezing rain out here up in Ohio. And I want to make sure we don't lose any power because it's Ohio. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank everybody. Tune in to Blurred's Eye View every Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. We have Sequoia Bostic, who's a local Cleveland artist. She'll be on with us this Tuesday coming up. Also, we'll be talking about the latest news that's going on. She'll be talking about some of the projects that she has working on here in Cleveland. Because, you know, guess what? It's All-Star Weekend, so that's where everybody's going to be at. But I want to thank everybody for tuning in, playing the game. We're going to do a lot more games like this for the Game Night Geek Out for Thursdays. So stay tuned. Whether it'll be the show like DC has with Damn, how old are you? Or if it is just a series of geek questions, which I'm leaning more towards anyway. But I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want everybody to tune in to Blurred's Eye View on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, as well as IG. Let me throw those. You can find me here, Chris.Fury1 on IG, Chris Fury1 on TikTok. You can also find us Blurred's Eye View. Here's the link tree for that, and yeah, that's it. So. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Game Night Geek Out. And I will catch you next Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern as we talk to another Blurred about more Blurred stuff, more Blurred topics, and stuff that we always geek out to. And as I end with every show, remember to educate yourself and others. Remember to educate yourself and others. Encourage yourself and others. And most of all, entertain. Flip that around. Entertain yourself and others, and most of all, encourage yourself and others. Until next mission, this is Chris Fury. I'm out of here.